Okay, hi Adam, welcome and thank you for taking the time and coming with us and sharing. So I'm Rabbi Eisenberger for everybody who is watching, and we have Adam as our guest today, and he is part of our program. So Adam, when did you join our program? Our program.
I think it was on June 2nd, around that date. I kind of watched the intro video, I think closer to the end of May, and then, made the decision to do the program there early June.
Great. So, would be able to describe for the audience what was before you joined the program, how your marriage was before you joined the program, and how it transformed throughout the program, throughout the last almost about 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
All right, so, gosh, before the program, it was kind of a roller coaster. My wife and I, we have love, we share passion, but things were up and down, and there was more fighting occasionally, and things, at times it would get stressful. I'm sure maybe a lot of people go through that, but I was going through that, and my wife at the time, kind of right before the program, was kind of feeling like she needed a break. She was encouraging me to, I ended up visiting home anyway, but she, it was almost like she needed that some time or space away to whatever, find balance, or just have that break.
So she wanted you out, or she wanted to go. What did she want? How did she want to get a space?
I think, we things were being difficult to deal with, so not necessarily move out, but like, hey, I need a little time off, kind of.
And what did that mean? Like,
Oh, a week or two, I don't know. Something
uh,
like that, I suppose.
you should go out of the house to your parents?
Um, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I ended up, they're in a different city, and I did take a vacation. Kind of had different reasons at that time. At that time it was, we were into the program, and then there was a whole other world. It's like amazing how fast some of the changes started to happen, and gosh, I got to be honest, like in all truth, we did have an argument, a little fight, but to, I guess, to keep it short, like, it was amazing that I felt like our closeness created this like safety net where we bounced back really fast. So even though, unfortunately, that did occur, I'm not perfect, still working on myself, and this certainly helps give me guidance and direction. But it was amazing how fast, like, we never made up and reconnected so quickly, and it was like I kind of realized I was falling back into an old pattern, and I apologized, and it was heartfelt, and explained, what kind of accounting and being responsible for what happened, and what I kind of, the intentions, and what maybe how I should have dealt, or in the future will do my best to do. So I was almost so discouraged by that I was like, I'm gonna have to tell you, we hold off a week or something. But it was like, I just, even now it feels like we're back on track, and it kind of, like I said, it's like a sign of the strength of our connection growing, that we were able to come back into a good space, like, very quickly.
so great.
So that's growth in itself.
So how long since you joined the program, how quickly did you see the change? Did you start to see the change?
It was kind of like as soon as I would make changes, yeah, really. I have to kind of think back. It was probably like the first or second week. I remember speaking with you, and there were some things that almost seemed like it wasn't even so much our relationship, but it was just kind of starting to balance, like my own actions and dealings with things. So yeah, it's like this is for marriage, but I realized it's making an internal change is really helping all around.
Sure. So from the stage of your wife wanting a break from you till this was like out of the discussion even, how long did that take? How much time?
I'm trying to think when I did visit home, but at that point, it was like we were in another world. So
And what kind of
it's not long. I apologize. I don't have the exact date or something. Yeah, again, it was probably like
approximately.
within the first, like basically week, 2 week period. And that's where I've realized getting deeper in, even it's like, it's almost harder in a way. I mean, it's wonderful. I have like all these guidance. Maybe it's me somewhat, right? I'm I can be a difficult man, but because the changes happen so lightning, like switching a light switch. It just, you know, amazing in the beginning, and then you get deeper into the teachings and some more intricacies, or yeah. I don't know the best way to say it. Like I realized I may have even kind of misinterpreted some things. And I actually went back and watched the lesson again, and doing that a couple of times, like sometimes I'll come in and either like I'll hear it different. There's a different perspective. It connects in a new way, or something I've been through that, like I guess also the way kind of I learn it. It seems like really useful to. That it's there, I can replay it and then kind of soak it in a little deeper and really grasp on to teach it, the learning, the messages, kind of like, and then internalizing and going through the homework and the speaking with you and kind of personalizing everything.
Sure. It's amazing, Adam, to see how quickly you changed and you transformed yourself. So, today, would it daunt on your wife like wanting space, or what's different today?
Yeah, it just feels like a peace and a comfort, or I know at one point I told you like the mornings used to be kind of a time where I didn't even want to talk much or be, or I don't know, I was like quiet, and I mean that's peaceful in its own way, but now like, you know, my wife comes down, I'm usually up first and I do some things, and then when she comes down for coffee or breakfast, like we even just a little connection of about the baby and how was last night and she sleep all right, and just and doing some of the things the work that you have us do, starting with kind of things we're grateful for. It's that's a huge transformation for me. The shift in my own outlook, really.
And Adam, that's great. Let me ask you like this about your wife, from your wife's perspective. How was she looking at the marriage before you joined the program? And how is she looking on the marriage now?
So I suppose before, yeah, it was, I know, you know, there were times where things were difficult for her, and now trying to like put myself in her shoes. It just, we've had this like yes, there's times where it's like this magical connection, just like fireworks. All the, it's like a movie or something. Um, like it, you just feel the love, like it, you know, I do, and she, and we look at each other in the eye, and like there's this real connection.
When Adam, when we were talking about 6 weeks ago before you joined the program, did you ever dream that this is possible in a time frame of 6 weeks?
It is quite incredible. Probably not. I mean, certainly hopeful. um, yeah, it's amazing.
And Adam, did it make a difference, like in your enjoyment of life, your daily enjoyment, your daily spiritual being, like in your personally, do you feel like more, what difference do you feel personally since you joined the program versus before you joined the program?
I certainly feel, oh wow, like, yeah, more of a spiritual connection. I feel like it's almost like I've been on this, not on this path, but it's like I've been trying to get there for kind of a little while. And so like, again, I just felt lucky. I was actually on Facebook and it popped up, and like, where did this come from? It was like exactly what I needed at that moment. It was so amazing that just to find this and give it a chance. But yeah, the intro, like, it made so much sense. But the things you were saying, that connected with me, and I imagine it does for others. So I'd encourage anyone to watch that. And I feel like there's so much wisdom in that. Even if you just watch that, you would get a lot, or, you know, each step of the way, yeah, things. That's am I getting off topic? I feel within myself, I guess, perhaps, you know, with the Judaism infused in it, it's like there's, I don't know how to describe it really, but it's like it connects with something inside that doing things and that way. Yeah, it certainly feels like an elevated spirituality.
Mm-hmm. Great. And Adam, what difference do you feel like a difference in your connection between you and your child from before the program versus now?
I was almost going to say no, but yeah, no, I do. I mean, we share a really wonderful bond, and I think it's helping me be a lot more patient and understanding. Yeah, I mean, pretty much that.
Okay, great,
a
wonderful.
little extra love, little boost of more from the heart.
Mhm. Let me ask you like this, Adam. Do you feel like more certainty? There are a lot of people out there that are afraid that one day the wife will leave them, or even some people that are the wife even brought up even divorce or separation or time, as they call it. Do you feel like a kind of certainty now through the program that your wife will stay with you forever?
It definitely builds that. I guess, yeah, that old pattern I was in, and even, you know, if we had, I think so. It's like I be careful with what I do, because I, you know, I want to go backwards. So like I almost feel like it's more on the individual, but if they are, it's pretty much when I follow this program, it's incredible. You know, it was like take a misstep, okay, you get back on, and that's like I guess part of this process, or maybe for some, you know, that's where I'm at. But yeah, it's quite solid, and it is. It's like you click it on, it it works. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing the work that you did because you showed up and did the work. It's like you have, in a certain extent, it's like having the tools to create the marriage you want. You can choose the marriage that you want.
Yeah, that's what I was even thinking earlier in the week. Of like, what was I going to say? And it was like you give this outline, or like, yeah, kind of tools, framework of like how to, yeah, and you even give a lot of examples of situations. And it's funny, I I had one where it was very similar this week, but yeah, it's very practical, very useful, very
If you can share, Adam, with audience, the what is the greatest breakthrough you think you had in the last 6 weeks since you joined the program?
I feel like there's been a lot of, well, maybe a lot of small breakthroughs, but maybe the biggest was just feeling so connected with my wife, just that like that knowing of like she is my other half, and really getting closer and feeling more like one. All the speaking of us, and um, I think yeah, that
Great. And
deeper
how
level.
Mhm. And how amazing, Adam, does it feel coming from a place that she wanted some space to feel this closeness like one?
It's like a, yeah, that's incredible. But yeah, I just say like a slice of heaven, kind of just it's just really happiness within that shines.
And Adam, if you had to describe the different feeling that your wife feel towards you before you joined the program and the feeling she feels towards you now at this point, how would you describe the difference?
Hmm. I feel like she's a lot more, yeah, willing to work with me. Like kind of she was in um, being frustrated. I think we both were at times, and hmm, feeling. Well, I just know we've shared a lot, and we've really been on the same page a lot more. And there's been so many things, like even this week, that have happened where it's just it's kind of like amusing to me, like where um, one thing was, I had the story I think last week of the baby locked us in the basement, and we and had a neighbor help us out, and so we decided to get a thank you note and a gift for the neighbor, and I had seen him outside. Like I heard a leaf blower, and I was like, "Oh, what's this noise? It's gonna wake the baby up." And then I looked out, and it was the neighbor, and I go, "Oh, I can give him the the card." And then my wife came down to because she saw it, and like she was gonna let me know, but I had already done that, and we were like, "Oh," like sharing. I guess even a thought, but just kind of fascinating kind of. There's another one, but it was amusing to me. Maybe less. I don't know. Like something with the yarmulke on Shabbat where I was writing about it actually. I wear my late grandfather's yarmulke decided to wear it for Shabbat because I didn't want it to wear it all the time and wear it down and all that. And so I realized before the challah that I remember to put it on. Like even thinking I remembered something instead of I forgot. It's not maybe in the program, but somehow I internalized. I don't know. So just looking at things in a new way.
Yeah.
And then I went to put the one down and look for the other in the drawer, and then it was like they switched places, and I was like, "What happened?" It like something was. I was like, "Did this miraculously just appear?" And my wife had actually put it on for me, and I didn't even notice. It was like, wow,
amazing.
Yeah, just kind of small things that become special.
Yeah. As I always say, it's the small things that you do continuously that changes the marriage. It's not the big things that you think that makes the impact. It's the small things that you do continuously. Yeah, amazing. So Adam, what do you enjoy the most? What did you enjoy the most meanwhile from the program? From the time with us, or just experience, whatever. What do you enjoy the most since you joined the program? From your wife, from the program, from us together.
Oh, okay. From my or can you say that one more time? I just want to make sure I'm here. I didn't.
What do you enjoy the most? Did you enjoy the most since you joined the program? Or it's from us together, or from the program, or just what came out from the program, results that you got from the program.
Let me think for a moment. I was thinking I really enjoyed, all the encouragement and it was like even speaking with you and your wife's on the phone and you guys. Sometimes I would share something and almost have this like hesitation of it's embarrassed or ashamed of something, and you guys would always like look at it in this way of understanding, and it really helps me start to do that. And but it really sets me up for success and like changing my own mindset. So you're quite an inspiration. But boy, what do I enjoy the most? It's almost just like everything. I don't know. But like you didn't tell me to say that. But I mean, we've been going, well, actually, no, that's more recent where we started this evening walk. I don't know when we started that, but with the dog, my wife's been working from home. So I would always walk the dog and have the baby in the morning. And we started going for like an evening family walk. So that's been really nice.
Very nice.
Just sometimes just talking, just learning about each other, really, her becoming a better listener and less interrupting. And it helps with the passion and intimacy, of course. So it really takes that to another level.
Great. Amazing. Thank you so much, Adam, for coming up and sharing and give me the opportunity to help you to change your marriage. And thank you for showing up and doing the stuff that made the change.
Thank you so much. I realized at first I was really happy because, I mean, to promote this, to help others, I was like, it's an honor. I went through all these different emotions. It was like excited, and I don't know, the ego, but really it's humbling. And yeah, I suppose, if sign up and do the work and you can change, it's guess it's a path and I'm on that I want to be on, and I'm glad it's taking me somewhere closer toward where I want to get to. So yeah, I'm really thankful and grateful that this exists and you're doing this and helping myself and others. And,
Sure. My pleasure, Adam, and can't wait to get you to the end of the path and to your ultimate dream, marriage.
yeah. Thank you, Ren.
Sure, you're welcome. And thank you, Adam. Take care.